Alright, so this video will teach you how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. I'll be as clear as possible so I don't lose any new cubers watching. The basic method for beginners is layer by layer you solve it. So that means the whole first layer gets solved, which means everything on the top, and these three are the same color, as well as these, and those three. Then the whole middle layer gets solved, and then the whole bottom layer gets solved. Okay, so first pick a color as your center for the top layer. I'll choose blue, and we'll build the top layer around that center. So, first what you do is you take any blue corner, find any blue corner on the cube, and just bring it up to there. Alright, so here's one right here, and I'm just going to bring it up to the blue side. So now it's the same side as the blue corner, blue center, sorry. So next, what you're going to do is, obviously you want another blue corner here. We're going to work with the four corners first, and then we'll fill in the edges afterwards. These are called corners, by the way. These are called edges, and this is the center. So next we're going to fill in this corner right here. We're going to work our way around. So obviously this color has to be blue, and because these three all have to be the same color, then if we put orange here, then we have to make this orange also. So we need a blue-orange corner. So I'm going to look around the cube for that corner, and it's right here. So, and we want it over here. So blue-orange, and we want blue-orange there. Now, the first thing you need to know is that you always want to work with the corner that you want in the bottom layer. So first of all, I'm going to bring it down, this corner down to the bottom layer. I'm not going to do it this way, because that'll screw up the corner we already have up here. So I'm going to do it this way. And then the next thing you do is you want to spin it around underneath where it needs to be. Oh, by the way, that actually brought this corner here, which was lucky. So that solved the corner by itself. These are solved because these two matching white, and they're also blue corners on the top. So the corner we want here is blue-orange, like I've said before, and that corner is right here. So now you always want it under where it needs to be. And then, so basically right now we can just bring it straight up. Now, if it had been the case that if it was like this, where blue, the top color, is on the bottom of the cube, that makes things much different, because then you can't just bring it up, because then blue won't be on the top. So what you need to do if blue is on the bottom, get it under where it needs to be, like right now, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it down, and then spin the bottom around. So now what that did was, it was right here, and when you bring it down, what happens is it's now over here on the back of the cube, and we're just going to spin it around, right? So now it's on the front, we're going to bring it under where it needs to be, and so now we want this blue-orange up here. So you would think that you could just put it right straight up there, right? But what happens is that screws up this one, which we already have built. We don't want to screw that up. So I'm going to hide that back there. So it's back there. I'm going to bring up the one we want. So now that's right there. And I'm going to bring the other one back. So that's what a lot of the Rubik's Cube is about. It's about break and restore. So we broke that. What happened was, again, we wanted this up here, but we don't want to screw that up, so we can't just do that. So we're going to hide that back there, put up the one we want, and then bring the other ones back. Okay, so then we're going to do the final corner. So it's got to be a blue-red. Actually, the final corner doesn't really matter what colors it are, because there's only going to be one more blue corner on the entire cube. So that's right here. So it's blue-red, and again, you'd think we could just bring it right up, but this one gets screwed up back there. So I'm going to spin this one off, hide it back there. I'm not going to spin it this way, because if you hide it over here, then when you bring this one up, that moves, and you don't want that to move. You want this to hide in a safe spot, so that when you can just bring it straight back. So I'm going to hide it back there. Bring it up, the corner that you want, and then bring the other ones back. And so there's the corners, and these all have to match up. Make sure that you're putting the correct corners up there, not just any blue corner. Okay, so the next step is to fill in the centers, the edges. So you want to first let's work with one that's in the bottom layer, because they're the easiest. So here's one, blue, white. So we're going to spin that around to the side with the white corners that we built. So these are the blue-white, and so we need a blue-white here. Now, in the case that blue is on the bottom, like that, down here, what you want to do is spin it down. So now it's back here. And we can just spin it around 180 degrees and bring it up. So there's that blue-white. And so now, let's work with one, instead of blue on the bottom this time, we have blue here. This is blue-orange, so we're going to spin it to the side with the orange corners that we built. And this, now it's not on the bottom, so we're going to do a different thing. Now you'd think you could just bring it up, but again, just like before with the corners, that breaks something, that breaks this. This moves out of the way when we do that. We don't want that, we want that to stay. So all I'm going to do is move it out of the way. So now we're storing that over there. Bring the edge you want up, and then bring the other ones back. Break and restore. So there's going to be two more somewhere else on the cube. Let's find one. Okay, so there's white, blue. And so it's on the bottom. So we're going to bring it straight down. Again, it has to be under where you want it to be first. So we brought it under this spot because it's on the yellow side. Want to bring it down. Then it's back here. So we're going to spin it around 180 degrees and bring it back up. And then the last one is over here. And it's the same case as before, as just before. Down 180 degrees, back up. And that's the first layer. Everything, the whole top and everything around is solved. There's one case that didn't show up just now that I'm going to show you. It's if the edge you want is not on the bottom, if it's in the middle layer. Then in that case, what you need to do is find the cube that has the colors you want. So we want a blue, yellow, and it's right here. And you take that little cube and you look which side is the top color on. Our top color is blue, and the blue is on the right side of this little cube. So then what you want to do is you want to bring it to using the yellows as your front, you want to bring it to the back right of the cube. So now it's back here, right here. And you want to turn the whole front to the right. And so then you can just slide this one that we just put to the back right in place between those and bring it back up. Now, if it was on the if the one you want is in the middle layer, but the top color is on the left side of the little cube, like it is now, you're going to turn it to the back left. Turn the whole front to the left, and then slide the middle back into place right there. Bring it up. Okay, so that's the first layer.